Hi, everyone. Hope everybody's doing well. Happy Sunday. I'm sorry. I'm my internet connection seems to be really low, so I hope that it's being received well on your end. Please forgive me if I seem a little discombobulated. I do apologize. I just got an email that has really upset me. Hi, Suzanne. How you doing, love? Nice to see you. I hope that everything's good with you. How am I doing? Well, folks, I've had a bit of a weekend. I somehow have managed to pinch a nerve in my shoulder. At least that's what I think it is, and it is now moved down my arm into my fingers, and so now not only is my shoulder aching, now my arm is aching, as well as two of my fingers are numb on the right hand side. So I suppose I should be thankful that it's not the opposite side, right? So I'm in a little bit of discomfort, or a lot, to be perfectly honest, and I've tried everything that I can think of to, help it out, and it's just not wanting to move. And shuffling the cards and reaching up on my desk, typing, or trying to operate my mouse seem to cause me great amounts of difficulty. So I'm gonna need your patience with me tonight, because I'm not feeling fantastic. But anyhow, having said that, my friends, thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for joining me. Exciting news. So, as I told you guys the other day, I was working on an Oracle deck. Now, of course, I had big plans for, putting my pictures on this Oracle deck. Obviously, I can't do that. So basically, it's just a bunch of words. But I've got great little sections in here. It's a total of 60 cards that I've come up with, and I have to tell you guys, it just spoke to me. So quickly, which was great. My creative juices were flowing for certain. So that's fantastic. And I'm going to use some of those tonight. So hopefully you can all let me know if that resonates. Thank you so much for everyone being here. As I said, so just about 15 minutes before I was coming on here, I got an email that, let's just say, it has upset me. It's not necessarily like bad news or anything like that, but I just would like to say, for the record, while we sit here together, that I appreciate each and every one of you, your support towards myself and this channel, your support towards each other in the chat, and your participation in the chat. But please be mindful when you are in the chat to not share anything that you're not comfortable with. You always must use your best judgment when it comes to that, no matter whether you're on this channel or on another channel. The hosts do their utmost to try to keep the room and the environment safe, as well as with the help of the other people in the chat, as well as the moderators. But we can only do so much, so please be mindful of that, right? And I'm not saying that to stifle anyone's participation. I'm just saying to make sure that you are keeping your privacy at the top of your mind, right? Don't share anything that you're not comfortable with. I try, like most of the people in this community, to provide a safe environment to the best of my ability. But it is the World Wide Web, right? So let us say hello to everybody. Hi, Jane. How you doing, love? Nice to see you. Hi, Nancy. Nice to see you, my love. I hope you're having a good weekend. Hi, Gina M. It's great to see you. Hi, Tiny Trinkets. Hi, Ange. How you doing, love? Oh, jeepers creepers, you guys. Hi, Indigo. Hi, Heather. How's it going, hon? Oh. Oh, thanks, Gina. You're so kind. I need some. You know what is? It's funny that you say that because Cardamancy Mesquite sent me some earlier, and I was doing fine until I came to the desk here to start shuffling up my cards, and I just want to like rip my arm off at this point. Oh no, Jane, I'm so sorry. I hope that everybody I hope that everybody's okay. My sister went through that at Christmas time. Her whole family came down with it. You came for the virtual cake? Oh, I'm very sorry, Jane. I hope that that you're got mild symptoms at the very least, and I hope that you all will get better, relatively soon. We're sending you our love and lots of hugs and lots of positive vibes, and please know that we're thinking of you, keeping you in our prayers, you and your family. Oh, that's good. Jane's going to come back, folks. We had such a good time on Friday. Jane's going to come back and hang out with us again for another Thanks Spirit It's Friday. It was a lot of fun. We were like finishing each other's sentences by the end of it, so it was neat. Yeah, so 60 cards, you guys. 60 cards just kind of came out of me out of nowhere. So Suzanne says my daughter got COVID from work, but she is fully vaccinated, so she should get over her symptoms soon. 9 others at workplace got COVID. Oh, good grief. Yeah. Yeah, it was so funny, you guys. So Jane showed up on Friday, for those of you that weren't here that don't know, and she was wearing like the same color shirt that I was. She had a lovely kitty cat on her shirt that she wore for being on Dozen Cats for all those cats. And the kitty cat's name is my sister's name, which is just odd. And we were calling ourselves the Double Mint Twins. We had a great time. So I've asked Jane to come back. Okay, so I'm going to pull a couple of cards here for my new deck, okay, that I've made myself. By the way, fans, I meant to say friends, the cards are the same, like little, and they fit perfectly in Kelly's hand, which is a bonus. It's a bonus. A bonus. All right. Let's pull a couple of cards out of this deck and let's see what we got. Or what we get, not what we got. Sorry. I'm not thinking straight. Sorry, you guys. Whoop. And we've had 2 fly out. Which is interesting because we got 2 number cards. So we've got 999. The angel numbers 999. Release, things coming to an end, thinking of the next step. And we've got 777, which is luck, manifesting your goals, looking forward with excitement. Interesting. Nothing wrong with that. Let's see if we can get something else out of here. That's what you want, Nancy? I should try to find the name of the deck of cards that I bought, and I got them off of Amazon and let y'all know so that you could order them. They were really cheap too. Like they were like $15. I think I said that the other day. Hi Faye, how you doing, love? Oh, and we have another one that's fallen out. Wow, you guys, seriously, there's 60 cards in this silly deck that I made, and this is the third number one we've got. We've got 444, protection. Listen to your intuition, releasing fears, anxiety. Oh, that's interesting, Jane. All right. Let's see, my friends. Let's see if we can go for 4. I added and we've got another one. I added a whole bunch of stuff to this deck, and so that's why I'm kind of like chuckling, because I keep getting numbers. So we've got, and I had to turn them sideways because I couldn't write all this the other way. So release, letting go, rehabilitating your heart, forgiveness, opening to more joy. So interesting that we've got 999, which is releasing, and 777, which is looking forward with excitement. 444, releasing fears and anxiety, and we've pulled the release card. Oh, Suzanne. Normally I would go to the chiropractor, but seeing as how I haven't left my house during, the last however many years, it would take an awful lot for me to, but I'm almost there, my friend. Like, seriously, over the weekend, I don't know how many times I said to my husband, like, I just want to cry. Because, like, it just would just ache. Oh, that's fantastic, Faye. All right, let's pull one more or two more, whatever wants to come out, and let's see. Yeah, I don't know if they would, but that's not a bad idea. Because I've done something. And I wonder if it's because of my neck. Remember when my neck was all buggered up a couple of weeks ago? So this is an interesting card that's fallen out, friends. We've got joyful. So this is one of the cards that's from the emotional scale, right? So joyful, excited, cheerful, hopeful, creative, playful, optimistic, daring, and amused. And I wonder if it's, hopeful or optimistic in terms of, releasing and letting go of whatever might be troubling us. Right? Oh, 100% it is. 100% it is. Note to anyone who may be listening now or in the future: don't ever text and drive, because you could do to someone what someone did to me before texting and driving was even a problem. All right, my friends, let's see. Can we have another card, please, Spirit? Thank you very much. We have in November. So what I did for the months of the year was I went and I wrote down the birthstones for each month, and then the characteristics to what those gemstones speak to, which is what I thought was interesting. So for November, it's topaz, and of course it's the yellow topaz, or brown if you want to call it that, but it's very similar to the color of citrine. And it speaks to joy, creativity, and youth. And that was also on the joyful card, creativity. So that's interesting to me. And if you notice, that card says, oh, sorry guys, I can't hold my hand up there. Joy, right? And of course, we had just pulled the joyful card. Interesting, my friends, is it not? Apparently, the cards work. Yay. So let's celebrate that for a moment, shall we? I love it. Aw, thanks, Jane. I like it. Yeah, so I added a couple more sections to these cards. I think I was telling you guys the other day what I wanted to do. I was hoping, I'm just going to keep pulling from here. I'm hoping that another one of those is going to come out. So then I can show you what I added to it. Thank you. What did I just say? Excuse me. What did I just say that I don't do? I don't leave my house. Isolation, sadness, loneliness, taking a break, going within. Right? This is sort of like my, I don't know. It's a cross between, like, you know, the Hermit card and a few other cards mixed in there. Hi, Quincy. You want to come and say hello? Want to say hi to everybody? Everybody's asking about you. Come here. What are you doing, bud? You can't go that way. You crazy nut. You have to come around the other side. You know I can't pick you up, so you're going to have to get up here on your own. Come on now. Come. Come see mommy. Good boy. Come here. Oh, God. Oh. Okay, say hello. Say hi to everybody. Show them how cute you are. He's like, stop objectifying me, mommy. Stop objectifying me. Using me for my cuteness. Hey? Say hello to everybody. Let everybody see the kitty cat who ate mommy's cards. Yeah. Yeah. All right, sweetheart. There you go. He's my squishy kitty cat. I don't know where the other two are. Where's your brother and sister, Quincy? Go find Austin and Charlotte. Austin, Charlotte. I like that house panther. That's cute. Well, he came and he sat on my lap a few moments ago, like before I went live, and he was all like, you know, like upset with me because I wasn't like fully invested in petting him. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but like I can't operate my arm properly. All right, Jane, thank you so much for popping in. I hope you're doing okay, love. We'll be thinking about you. Take care. Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate it. Hi, Anna. How you doing, love? Good to see you. Anna, I'm testing out my new cards. All right. Let's see if we can get another card, please, Spirit. Let's show the folks what this is made out of. All right. All right, we had way too many fall out there. Oh, Lordy love a duck. All right. Another number, folks, 555, transformation, change coming, let go of what no longer serves you. So again, the message continues about releasing. Interesting. Oh, did you, Anna? That's cool. You know, I have to tell you, I love how many classes that you take. You are just so immersed in what you're interested in, and I just think that's fantastic. And speaking of someone being immersed in what they enjoy, Suzanne, I literally was just thinking about you today and wondering about how you are doing on your journey. How's it going? We have celebration, love, laughter, hope, abundance, and unity. I made this whole section of cards, celebration, isolation, medication, transportation, and I can't remember the rest of them right now off the top of my head, but yeah, I bet, Suzanne. I bet it has been. All right. We got 2 cards to pull out of there. Okay, so we've got self-love, which is what I need to do. We've got me time, cleansing, relaxation, taking a moment to stop and smell the flowers, which of course none of us can smell right now. Well, not anyone in the Northern Hemisphere. And we have powerful, again, from the emotional scale. Faithful, proud, appreciated, respected, important, confident, valuable, successful, worthwhile, and aware. I think that word aware is very interesting. I want to talk about this for a second also because I need to rest my shoulder, to be perfectly honest. So as I said at the beginning of the show, you know, it's important to be aware, you know, all the time, for good reasons as well as not so good reasons, right? Not to make you paranoid, but it's always good to be aware, right? And for the people that, you know, are connected to spirit, I would think that you, or that have a knowing or a feeling or whatever the case may be, would, you know, I don't want to say that you have an unfair advantage, but I think that you have an advantage because you're more sensitive. So hopefully you're more aware, if that makes sense. Releasing. So many months ago, I had a reading with Sun Psychic Gene, and I've spoken to you guys about this before on this channel, that it was just a mind-blowing healing exercise. And so Jean had reached out to me and told me that she was going to edit some of the video. I asked if it was okay if she edited it, and then she's going to show it on her channel. And of course I said it was fine. And so she's just sent it to me over the weekend, and I watched it. And the first thing that I noticed was my face. I look absolutely exhausted in that video. Absolutely exhausted. Big, huge, dark circles under my eyes, puffy face, sitting like this. I just, like, immediately, as soon as I watched it, I was like, wow, look at the difference in me. And it was really one of the first times that it's been that drastically noticeable to me. I mean, I know other people have said it to me, but that was the first time it was drastically noticeable to me. So, that video is going to be up on Sun Psychic Gene's channel for a couple of days. And then next Sunday, I believe it's next Sunday, at 3 p.m. Eastern time, I'm going to join her live on the channel, and we're gonna talk about the video. So, I'm just like, it was such an amazing experience. It's difficult to articulate into words what it did for me, and I'm just so grateful for what Jean did for me that day, and the healing that has happened since that moment in time. And if that exercise could prove to be helpful to anybody else, I am more than willing to share that personal experience with people. So I'm so grateful for that opportunity to be a part of that, if that can help somebody. So I thought I would share that. So that's exciting. What else is happening? Oh, I'm going on Nancy Jean's Garden on February 1st, live. It's 1 p.m. CST, which is Central Time, I think, right? Central Standard Time. I don't know what that converts to in Eastern Time. I'll figure it out. I'll let y'all know. We just got that confirmed today. And what else do I have to tell you? I think that's it. You guys really have to forgive me. I'm not, like, my brain's not really functioning right now. Sorry. Alrighty, let's try out a new deck of cards. Well, they're not new, but I mean a different deck of cards. Let's see what we get from this. Oh, okay. So Anna says it's 1 hour earlier, and Faye says it's 1 hour after. You guys are the best. So it's sometime between that time and that time. I love it. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Oh. I don't know what kind of future I'm having slinging cards here if it hurts so bad. Jeepers creepers. Friends. I don't know. Oh, I know what I was going to share with you. So I am going to do something different for the normal pick-a-piles that I do. I'm not going to do a pick-a-pile. Well, let's put it this way. I don't know that I'm going to. So, hi Bronx, how you doing? Happy Sunday, my friend. Anyway, stay tuned for that. I'm gonna try something different, and this is a very interesting card, my friends. Set limits with draining people. Can you all see that with the hand saying no? When people are depleting you, kindly set a limit, such as I only have 10 minutes to listen now. Such self-care is respectful and empowering. That's very interesting. Oh, Bronx, I have nothing but complaints, my love. No, I'm kidding. I've pinched a nerve in my shoulder somehow, and now it's gone all the way down my arm, and it's like currently right now it's like aching right here or in my forearm, and this finger is completely numb, and this finger on the tip is numb. So not great, but it's not on the side of of the heart, so I'm fine. It's a bit of a challenge, I'm not gonna lie. So other than reaching and moving, trying to put my hair up, as you can see from the mop I've got displayed here. Yeah, that's what you have? Like I'm right there with you, hon. Yeah, I think it's connected to when my neck was all buggered up a couple of weeks ago, and that'll happen to me, right? Like I'll have like a problem with my neck, and then I think I've resolved it, and a couple of weeks later, I'll sneeze and throw my back out. But that's just telling me like I'm not aligned, if you know what I'm saying, because I have those issues, from the car accident and so forth. Oh well. Lots of other people have it a lot way worse. Good English, a lot worse than I do. So I just need your patience tonight while I work my way through it. So as I was saying, I'm going to do something different this week. I don't know if I'm going to do the pick piles or not. I think I'm going to do something different, so be on the lookout for that. And I confess I'm having difficulty with my top 10 tips this week. I have a few things that I would like to do top 10 tips about, but I can't do them in the same format that I normally do them in. I don't know how many people actually watch the top 10 tips anyways. Do y'all have a suggestion for top 10 tips? Oops. Oh. All right, my friends. Of course, I pick one that I can't pronounce. So this is from the Crystal Intentions Oracle. Is that prenate? Prenate? It's a beautiful looking stone. We'll say that. I accept the impermanence. Interesting. I accept the impermanence of all things. I know that change brings renewal and goodness, which is really interesting because how many release cards did we just pull? Right? Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Very interesting. Yes. So this week's this week on our Achieving Wellness chat, I want to talk about and I'll be honest, I'm not really sure what to call it. I want to talk about the importance of being accepted. But if we're talking about me specifically, and in terms of like, so I'm having this discussion and it's points that I can speak to, I feel like I want to call it like a sense of belonging. Bronx Sage, is the skin hot around the pinched nerve? Just asking because I tried sending you energy and my hands got overheated. Yep. I know mine is. We've got our own little energy healer right here, Ange, on a banana. It's so bad. I mean, she is so sensitive, Ange, that I'll sit here and I'm not saying anything. And if my husband's in the chat, she'll tell my husband to make me something to eat because she's starting to feel sick because she knows that I haven't eaten. That's how bad it is. Like, honestly, is it not, Bronx? My whole arm, you know, when you guys when you hit your funny bone or something, right? And you get that little like pins and needles, feel like that for like the last 4 days. That's what it's been doing. So it's right sort of like between my shoulder blade and like almost to the end of my shoulder blade, but not quite. And now it's going all the way down my arm. Last night to so far tonight, it's concentrated right here, as if I hit my funny bone, and in my hand. And my hand isn't swollen, but like these two fingers, or sorry, this fingertip is numb, and this whole finger is numb. Like I whacked it off the wall, and I can't feel it, and it's like that's starting to get on my nerves. I have to be honest. Look at it. I'm not laughing at you by any stretch of the imagination, Bronx, but I think it's kind of funny that yours is warm to the elbow and mine is warm from the elbow down. So together, we might have a whole arm. Hi, Linda. How are you, love? Happy Sunday, my friend. Happy Sunday. Thank you so much for joining us. You guys are awesome. Sorry, these cards are super sticky, and I don't know why. Yep. Yep, it's no fun having the numb fingers. Wow, you guys. Surrender to complete healing. The messages just keep coming. They just keep coming. Open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, hello, Kelly, right? Physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. Very interesting. Very interesting. All right. I think I need a cheer up card, so let's go to the color cards. We're a one-armed bandit. I love it, Bronx. Oh, Bronx. Honestly, you guys, I've got the energy of like a wounded cheesy at this particular moment. That's kind of how I feel. I'm telling you, man, like it, you know, I hate coming on here and being like negative. I don't like that. You guys know that I work consciously very hard every day not to do that. And I'm struggling tonight. I just want to, like, you know, I don't feel like being like a pity party, but I just want to say, like, this sucks. Like, that's what I want to do, but I'm trying really, really hard not to. Yeah. I really hope, Linda, that I'm not at that particular point, because you guys, all right. And I'm sorry, because normally I don't do this close in, but I need to have a cigarette because I'm feeling some sort of way. All right, so let us talk for a moment, shall we? And forgive me, because I'm trying my very best, but I'm just, I'm not, it's not really, grab my amethyst and rub my brains out while I'm having my smoke. So, a couple of years ago, when was this? 2017 or 2018. There was some stuff going on at my workplace, and I don't even know what I did. Like, I don't remember, to be truthful, but I was in some sort of like major discomfort, and I have been very diligent since my car accident. That when I mean, I know what to do to help myself on a regular basis, and I kind of know what to do if it, like I sleep funny or whatever. But when it gets to a point where, I can't bounce back from it, um, or all the things that I know to do are not working, shall we call it? I take pretty good care of myself that way, and I will go out to a physiotherapist or a chiropractor or the doctor or a combination sometimes of all three to to find out what's helping or like what's happening. So back in like 2000, I think it was 2018. Something I don't know, there was a lot of tension at my workplace, and I had done something to myself, like I don't know if I slept funny or I hurt my back or whatever, and I thought it was okay, and a couple of weeks later, like I sneezed or something and I couldn't walk straight. So I knew it was time. So I went to the chiropractor, and it was so bad. Like the tension that I carry in my body was so bad that it was like if you hit my shoulders, it was like hitting a brick wall. And so I had been going to him for, I don't know, like 6 or 8 months, where he was doing like massage therapy on me, and like I thought I was okay, so I was surprised that had happened anyway. So I went back, and we tried the massage therapy, and like it was like I had to have a massage just for him to try to like adjust me, because that's how tense I was. So he used the suction cups, so they get heated up. I guess they're like a glass, uh, and they've got like a suction on the end of them. And he put like 9 or 10 on my, like from my neck down to the base of my spine. And so they put them on your skin, and then they don't burn, they're just warm, right? And then they use the top, there's a suction, and you can literally feel it like sucking your skin up. You guys, when I was finished, I had marks all around my back that looked like I had gotten the hickeys, right? And yes, that's what it's called, scupping. Thank you, Linda. And the next day I went to work, and it was summertime, and so I had like just, it's like a shirt, with like a boat neck, so that shows just a little bit more of your neckline. Well, one of the ladies was so concerned because she's seen a big bruise at the back of my neck that she thought like I'd been beaten up. I was like, no, the chiropractor did this to me, it's fine. So I think I did that 3 times, and I mean, it was amazing, the amount of tension that it pulled out of me. But I mean, it's not like pain. It's not a pain, but it's like almost like you got sunburnt. You know what I mean? Like your skin is so sensitive to the touch that if you accidentally touch yourself like in the wrong way, or you got an itchy top on or whatever, it was like, oh. But it worked. But my point, sorry, I'm rambling. My point was that I'm pretty diligent about looking after myself, because I've lived with this for a long time. So but this time has really thrown me for a loop, and I'm not particularly thrilled about it. And I think I'm getting anxious, because I'm at the point now where I'm like, okay, so normally this is when I would make an appointment, and I'm scared to death to leave my house. So that's a problem. So yeah. So way back when in 19 1989, 1990, I hurt my back when I worked in the group home, and that started my back issues. And then in 2008, I had a car accident where I was sitting at a traffic light and I got hit by someone who was going 60 because she was texting and driving. And I took the whole impact of the crash on my left-hand side, which incidentally is also the side that where my disc popped out when I hurt my back in the group home. And so I have to be, extra careful. Yeah. So there you have it. And you're right, and I definitely need to move more. I don't move enough. I was doing it for a while, where I was walking every day. And then we moved here and we did this major renovation, and I just, like, there was no time to walk. And where I live now, I don't really have a place to walk. And I know this seems strange when I say that. You guys are gonna find out all kinds of things about me that you don't already know, and then you're gonna realize that I'm really messed up. So, because I would have like panic attacks, I have like built, this little fortress of safety around me, right? Where if I don't have to leave my house, that's optimal. I don't like walking down the street because I could be energized and say, oh, okay, I'll just go another, couple of blocks or whatever the case may be. And when I get there, maybe I feel dizzy, or maybe I feel panicked, or I feel anxious, and then I won't be able to get home. And so the whole concept of that scares the bejeebers out of me. And so the only way that I will go for a walk is if I am in an environment where I can park my car and see my car. Right? So I used to go to a local school playground here, where I would go to the park, or the parking lot, and they had like a soccer field and a baseball diamond, a huge grounds. But I could see my car the whole entire time, and I would just walk all around. It was lovely, right? Green grass surrounded by trees everywhere, just fantastic. And I would just walk around that every day, and I did that for almost, I don't know, like a year and a half. And I mean, I lost some weight, but I just felt better, and it was very therapeutic. And I don't know if you guys have ever had one of those moments where you just sort of like reached your limit, or reached your ceiling. I love fresh air, and I love being outside. And in our previous house before we moved here, we didn't have a backyard, we had a side yard. And I felt like I was like on display. I had a neighbor who lived across the street from me that would sit out on her front porch at nighttime with no lights on, because of the bugs or whatever. And like, that just creeped me out. All the cars going by. I mean, not that I live in a busy place, but cars going by. I was on display, and I didn't like that. And so I felt uncomfortable. And so, my point, I started going for drives in my car, and I would go to the school parking lot because it had these lovely trees, and it was very, peaceful and calm and so forth. And I had done that for like 2 months. And I was sitting in the car one night, and I was just like I am right now, which is what made me think of it when I read Angie's comment, that I was just aching, just aching. And I felt like I was going to scream, or like I wanted to scream, if that makes sense. And I just was like, get out of the effing car. Like, just get out of the car. Sort of like I'm going to snap kind of moment, honestly. And I got out of the car. And I just kind of like, kicked a few pebbles around the parking lot and looked over at the field and sort of was like, I don't know, like literally afraid to leave my car, which is really pathetic. But anyways, I did. And I got myself onto the field at the first goalpost, a soccer field it is. And I decided that I was going to walk the length of the field just one time. And I did it. And when I got to the other goalpost, I decided to walk back. And this time I was like talking to myself the whole entire way, saying that, like, you can do this, you're okay, you got this, it's going to be fine, it's going to be good for you. Because I was like dizzy, I was like, oh, like I was right out to lunch. And when I say dizzy, I don't mean dizzy like I'm going to pass out dizzy. I just mean like off balance, weebly, because my anxiety does that to me. It makes me kind of like off kilter a little bit. And because I carry myself like that, right? And so anyway, when I got to the opposite side where I started, I decided I was going to go one more time, and this time I videotaped it and I sent it to my husband, and I was like, look at me. And honestly, I have to tell you that if it wasn't for his encouragement, I don't know that I would go back. I would go 0.25 of a kilometer, and I would send it to him like I just ran the Boston Marathon or something, right? And he would always be like, I'm so proud of you for just getting out there and doing it. So anyways, my point is I did that for like a year and a half. I felt great. And and it was probably one of very few times in my life, in my adult life, that I was diligent and determined that like I was doing that come hell or high water. I didn't care if it was 40 degrees outside. I didn't care if it was raining. I was going. And then, while I was walking, I would like be talking to myself. Sometimes I was yelling, out loud if I was, upset about whatever. And it became like this fantastic, therapeutic, cathartic, revitalizing kind of program that I was doing, and it was just working for me. And I don't even know how it happened, but there you have it, right? Sometimes those are the greatest things, right? And anyways, so I moved here, and there's no place for me to go like that. So, which seems odd because where I live. So about 5 minutes from me, and you guys have all seen the pictures on my top 10 tips, I am living on the shore of Georgian Bay, literally a 5-minute car drive to a fantastic, beautiful, scenic beach with trees and grass and all this lovely water and rocks. And it's like something out of a magazine. People pay millions of dollars to own a piece of property on those shorelines. And so when I first moved here, I was going there all the time. And I was there one day in the summertime, and it just like it's sort of getting dark, but not really. And I just had this like weird vibe. Like I felt like really paranoid, and I kept looking all around, and I was the only car in the parking lot, but there's like cottages and homes around there, and it's kind of lit, but not really. But I'm safe, right? But I had my window down, and just felt really, really paranoid. Like my spidey senses were up, and I didn't really know why. And out of the corner of my eye, I thought I seen a flash, but I wasn't really sure. And it turns out that there was two people standing at the stoplight, like two young kids, I guess, I don't know, who took a picture of me in my car. And it freaked me out so much that I won't go back there unless I go with my husband. So my happy place got taken away from me, which was quite a blow to the Kelster, I have to be honest. And then there's also this outdoor rink that we have here, that I have gone to before, where I can park my car. I can just walk the parking lot, but it has like a baseball diamond, so you can walk around up there, and it's quite lovely in the summer. But in the winter, it's, they don't really do a good job plowing it, the parking lot, shall we call it, and you can't really access the rest of it for all the snow. And for the snow in the town where I live, like, that's where they dump it. So basically, the point that I'm trying to make is, I sort of feel like even more locked in than I have been previously. And then, of course, it doesn't help when it's minus 30 outside. So those are all my excuses. But to Angie's point, yes, I need to. I need to. I really do. I need to. Bear with me one moment. I'm going to go up here. So Anna said something to me and I totally missed it. Kelly, hope this helps some. Had to stop for now. Both my hands were going numb and I was getting lightheaded. We'll continue again in a little while. You're very kind. And actually, it's not hurting as much as it was when I first started. So thank you, Anna. You know I love you. And not because of that, just because of who you are. The fact that you even want to help is enough. Thank you. You're very kind. Oh, that's so sweet. You see it? That's so cute. Oh my gosh, you and Bronx would get on like a house on fire. So Ange says this girl needs wide open spaces. Big cities are way too much movement and energy for me, but I will visit and then head back to my country setting. Yeah. If I live closer, I'd come and walk with you. Oh, thanks, Ange. You're very sweet. Thank you. I have moments when I go out with others, then I will get an invite to a party and totally shut down when I'm at work. I'm with a group of people and avoid the crowds. Yeah. Here's what's really interesting to me. So I've talked about this before, and it's very difficult to articulate it in a way that doesn't sound like I'm being negative or complaining or comparing, and I'm not. I'm just trying to sort of explain it in a way that might make sense. And I guess the best way that I can explain it is this. Have you ever, just said, as a matter of, a talking point, looking through a photo album and you see yourself when you were like 20 years old and you're like, I wish I was that age again. Right? I think we've all had those moments, right? In one form or another. So Kelly, prior to anxiety panic disorder, you guys, totally different person. So I don't know myself anymore, right? And it's taking me a very long time to accept myself as I am, and believe that I am still who I was, if that makes sense. I struggle with that and have struggled with it and probably will continue to struggle with it. I can't believe that I am not the social butterfly that I once was. I was always doing stuff. I was always going places. I always had people at my house. I wasn't afraid of crowds. I wasn't afraid of people. I love people. People are my thing, my jam. And all of a sudden now, I can't do what I once did. And specifically to Bronx's point. So you guys have heard. Oh, hi, Shield Maiden. Sorry, I didn't see you come in there, love. How are you? Thank you so much for being here, hon. You all know that my husband has ran a car club, right? And it was no small car club, guys. It was the largest car club of its kind in Canada. We used to go to the Rogers Stadium in downtown Toronto, and there's about 300,000 people that would visit that car show over the course of that period of time when it was on, right? Like 300,000 people. And I did that show by myself, like standing in the booth answering all the questions for 2 years running. All of a sudden, we're now going to visit. We're not in the show, we're just going to visit. It's something that I've done for years and years. And we get there, and all of a sudden it's a snowstorm, and now we can't go home. We can't get anywhere, so we have to rent a hotel room. And then we go to the show because it's all connected through a tunnel, right? So we go to the show. I'm standing there in this crowd of people that I know, people that I've known for years. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, it's happening and I can't stop it. And Mark looks at me and he's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, do something. And he's like, what do you want me to do? So anyways, take me back to the room. Guys, I am like on the 38th floor, no windows open. It's like steel everywhere I look. It's winter, it's snowing, it's a blizzard. It's like all the bad stuff, right? Like I'm locked in, the walls are closing in. I'm not in my own happy space. I can't get any fresh air, and I'm freaking out because I can't go home. And now I'm sitting in the hotel room, and he's like, let's get you something to eat. I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do that. No, get it away from me. I can't even stand the smell of it. I'm going to be sick. Now I'm going to pass out. Now I'm getting hot. Now I'm sitting there in my bra. I've got all my clothes off, right? He's got the wet face cloth on my forehead. We've paid like $190 for this stupid hotel room because we're in downtown Toronto. And 1:30 in the morning, I am now standing outside with nothing on except for my club jacket, which is like made out of nylon. It's a spring, like a windbreaker. I've got a wet face cloth wrapped around the back of my neck, right? My lips are blue. My teeth are chattering, but I am like shaking, so I know I'm okay. If that makes sense. Like I wanted to shake, which is stupid. I made him take me home. So the reason why I mentioned that is when Bronx was saying about, staying away from crowds, you're never going to hear an argument from me about that particular thing. You know yourself better than anyone does, and you cannot expect other people to understand, but you most definitely can expect them to support you and know that if you say I'm not comfortable, that there's a reason why you're saying that. And so I say you keep doing whatever you need to do. I mean, don't stop yourself from living your life, but if you feel a certain sort of way about going somewhere, you shouldn't force yourself to do it, because the anxiety that you will bring on if you suffer from anxiety will only increase. And what that does is that energy level sucks so much out of you that it will take you 3 days to recover. Number one. Number two, everything about that particular event, that those people, that place, and everything that happened between the time that you left and the time that you got there, or the time that you started feeling bad once you arrived, will then affect you every single time you go back to that place or go see those people again, to the point where you feel like you can't be yourself. And I only say that because I've done it. That has happened to me. Having a panic attack at someone's house and and feeling like you can never go there again. I've told you, I think I've mentioned before, I first Thanksgiving after my mother passed, I went to my sister's house for Thanksgiving, right? And I was very nervous, and I wasn't even aware that I was doing some of the things that I was told I was doing. I was doing all kinds of weird fidgety things, and I wasn't aware of it. And I kept like doing that and, making all kinds of weird movements with my hand. Anyways, the point that I'm making is that a couple of weeks later, my sister, or maybe a week later, my sister called me and told me that I upset my nieces and I made them cry because they were concerned about me. And that near destroyed me. It took me many years to get over that, to the point where I felt comfortable enough to go to my sister's house and just be Kelly. So I know what it can do to you if you allow that to get inside your head. And so I am a firm believer that when my body tells me, or my mind, whatever, I can push myself to a certain point, and when I start resisting that push, I know when it's time to stop pushing myself, and I won't force myself to do anything, right? And then whatever victory that you do have, whatever success you do have, and there's always success. There's always success, even though we don't see it that way. There's always success, and then you must celebrate that success, because that's the only way you're going to get that memory out of your mind as a block, if that makes sense. Oh, hi, Butterfly Kisses Healing. How you doing, love? Good to see you, my friend. Lovely to see you. My friends, I don't know. Has anyone here besides myself had a session with Butterfly Kisses Healing? Maybe that's what I need to do. I need a session with you. I've pinched a nerve in my neck, and it's gone all the way down my arm and into my fingers. I should send you an email. Well, I think of it. Okay, so back up. What's going on in here? Okay. You are working on it, Kelly, and that matters and speaks volumes. You have a public YouTube channel. I'm proud of you and your progress, one step, one breath, one day at a time. Absolutely, my friend, and thank you for saying so. I appreciate that very much. Faye says, Kelly, I think that comes with age. I know I've become more and more introverted as I've gotten older. I mean, that is very possible. Absolutely. And in terms of that comment, Faye, I know that my mom, she moved from the big city to a small town. And when my mom would come back, because her mother, and her whole family lived here, every time she came back, she appeared to be more nervous. Like, she didn't like driving here. She didn't like driving around. Well, not here, but there. She didn't like driving around there. She would complain. She couldn't wait to go home. It was noisy, etc., etc. And I get that. I get that. I missed Bronx's comment, and that's what I was looking for, about your people at work. Where in the heck did it go? I seen it. Shieldmane says, I have a picture of myself at the age 27 put up near my altar to remind me visually of my weight loss goal. These chats have helped a bit, or have helped a lot. I have something to say, Shieldmane, about that. Bear with me, love. Sorry. I went off on a tangent, and now I've lost my place here. Jesus, my shoulder hurts. The Tiny Trinket says, for me, I just pick up on all the energies of spaces, places, people, animals, etc., and that can be overwhelming for me, which is why I require so much alone time. I love being home. Bronx says I go to work, and so people think I should be able to go to parties and get-togethers. And I'm like, no, I can't. And then not speak to them for a month. I'm going to say this, and it's funny because you would think at a certain age that you don't need someone to remind you of this, right? Of something that you knew when you were 10 or 12. As I said, I want to talk about acceptance or belonging on the next wellness chat because I think it's very important. People don't understand the effects of anxiety in terms of the negative self-talk and the damage that negative self-talk can do to you. They don't understand the physical things that you can bring on your body because of the anxiety that you suffer from. And, it's that fine line between, well, you know what? I'm just really tired. Oh, come on, but it won't be the same without you. Yeah, but, I'm just, you know what? We're going to come over. We're going to get you anyways. And then you go out and you're like, this was exactly what I needed. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. To, I can't. I can't. And then they're like, well, you know what? This is the fourth time I've called you, and I'm just not going to call you anymore. Or you go and you're totally uncomfortable and just afraid to move for fear that you're going to have a panic attack. It's a very slippery slope, my friends. And people that say that they support you, they need to. And so I say to anyone who is put in that position, speak your truth because you know it better than anyone. And I'm only going to say this because it is the truth. I don't think that anyone that loves me or cares about me would set me free because I don't want to hang out with them, as long as I'm honest about it, right? So if I'm honest and I'm saying, sorry, I'm feeling some sort of way, and I think you guys have a general understanding. I'm pretty honest about what's going on, so I will say I'm feeling some sort of way. And if it's met with any kind of criticism or critique, sorry, this is me, like it or lump it. So I encourage you to stand up for yourself as my point, and speak your truth. And if the people that you're speaking to don't respect you for speaking your truth, then I wouldn't want to be hanging out with them anyway. Just saying. But I realize that's easy for me to say sitting where I'm sitting. Okay. Oh, please don't apologize. You're good. Faye said, I had my first panic attack in front of a room full of kindergarten children. I had to stop teaching because of it. I came home that day and cried for an hour and a half. Oh, Faye, that breaks my heart. That breaks my heart. And I get that. Honestly, it's making me tear up. I get that. I had a panic attack at my workplace. I think I told you guys this. And I was in my car. I had, arrived in the morning, and it was not good. And I texted my husband, and because my throat closes up and I can't speak, so I'm texting him, and he's talking to me through the phone, which is coming through the radio in my car. And he called into my office and asked the receptionist to come out and make sure that I was okay, because he was not able to get to me. And I scared her, so she started to cry. And people were driving in and they're waving at me, and it just was like, oh my God, I just wanted to hide. I just wanted to hide. Then my boss came out and sat with me until waited for Mark to come. It just, but here's the thing. I don't care about the anxiety part. That that part aside. Nobody wants to be put in a position where you feel that vulnerable, where you're at other people's mercy. But sometimes you have to. And although you came home and cried, Faye, for an hour and a half, probably because you were humiliated or because you were embarrassed, or perhaps maybe even because you felt like you might have scared the children. I wonder to myself if, and I'm not asking you to share this, but I wonder to myself that, when I look back upon that moment, even though I scared the receptionist, she was right there for me. My boss came out and sat with me. All those people were like, Jesus, is Kelly okay? So they cared about me, is my point, right? I was in good hands. If I had allowed myself if I was able to see that at that moment, I probably would have recognized that, which probably would have helped me a great deal. But I wasn't able to focus on that. A new shoulder? Do you have that? No. Thanks. Mark's standing in the doorway asking me if I want anything. I'm like, a new shoulder would be great. Yeah, I'm good, honey. Thank you. Suzanne says, when you have stopped doing things, it takes time to get used to the way. It used to be like riding a horse. Yeah, if you have not rode in years, you would be apprehensive to even get on the horse. 100%. Well said. You are learning and discovering more about your triggers and how to work through them. Yeah. I am the proverbial chair dancer, at least until I get drunk. Then I'm the chair flirt. Oh my God, you guys. I so want to share a story, but my sister would kill me. And I can't say she'll never hear it, so. But let's just say I'm giggling on the inside, remembering that story. So, Shield Maiden, I think it's fantastic that you have a goal to lose weight. And I'm not telling you how to do things, but when we talked about setting intentions just before the new year, one of the things that we learned about setting intentions was that setting intentions sometimes are easier than goals because intentions can be changed as frequently as needed to continue to be effective for you, right? Two things that they said about setting intentions, which I'm going to share in the hopes that it might be slightly helpful. Number one, that if you're setting an intention, that you always make it positive. And just the idea to me, and this is just my opinion, so take it for what it's worth. It's only meant as a suggestion. The idea of putting a picture of yourself on, wherever, the fridge, the altar, wherever, as like that is what's okay, and only that is okay, seems completely counterproductive to what you're trying to do, in my opinion. And I mean that from the best possible place. I know exactly why you're doing it. It's to motivate yourself. I get that. The second thing that I would say about setting the intentions is so to keep it as positive as possible. And that if you find that it becomes less effective, like, after a month, for example, then you can change some of the wording in the intention to sort of reinvigorate it, or repurpose it, or make it, even more powerful, so that it can sort of work for you, come back to the forefront of your mind and work for you that way. So it's what I'd rather be. And I totally get that. I totally get that. So I guess what I'm suggesting is this, right? It's like sort of saying, I don't know. I just think that it could be like negative on you. And so, yes, what Butterfly Kiss it, put a photo of what you do want, not what you don't want. Right? I think that if you just put like lovely, positive, affirmations around your home, on your fridge, things that say stuff to you, like, for example, what the color green means, what eating, carrots can do for your body, or whatever, you know what I mean? Like those kinds of things, where like it's like a gentle reminder. It's not like in your face, like, if you have this piece of cake, we're gonna, you're gonna be punished. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense the way I'm explaining it, but that's kind of where I was going with that. Well, yes, and that's, I mean, yes, your overall wellness, not your, like, I mean, exactly what Anna just said, right? Like, you stand on a scale and it says 150, and you're like, okay, I need to be 129. Like, says who? You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know anything about the keto diet. I've never dieted in my life, ever. It reminds me of a funny story that I will share really quick. I think I probably shared this with you guys before, and this is just silly to me. So y'all know that I was baton twirler, right? And everybody laughs because I don't think people think that baton was an actual sport. But anyways, there you have it. So I started twirling baton when I was 4, and I finished when I was like 21 or 22. When I was in high school, I was in cheerleading from grade 10 to grade 13, and I was captain of the cheerleading squad from grade 12 to grade 13. I twirled baton for 30 hours a week, as well as went to high school, as well as my cheerleading. I was fit. Like, I was fit. And my sister, that's when my parents' marriage broke up, and my sister gained a little bit of weight, or a lot. And my mother was concerned about her, and my sister was concerned about herself. And so my mother decided, hey, this will be a good idea. We'll sign her, my sister, up to a local fitness club, and get me a membership too, so I could take her there. Like, why not, right? So part of our package thing that my mom got us was this, go in and they're gonna like test you and tell you, your body fat number and all this garbage, right? Which I don't even understand any of that stuff. My sister, I mean, honestly, God love her. My sister has the willpower of like Superman. Like, honestly, I don't have that kind of motivation or that kind of willpower. I really don't. I never have. And I am so inspired by the amount that she's got enough for the both of us, really. But there she was, right? She would be on my mom's exercise bike, and she'd have 2 of those bottles of, what do you call that stuff? Garden cocktail. It's just got that right kind of handle thing. And she'd be like working out on the exercise bike. That girl didn't eat a cheeseburger for like 5 years, right? She would like cottage cheese. And I mean, she was so careful. And she just continued to gain weight after weight after weight after weight. I would eat a bag of chocolate chip cookies. I was never skinny. But I mean, I was built like a refrigerator door, right? I was like muscle, 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 muscle. And so we go to this place. This is the best story ever. We go to the place, and my sister goes in first, and she gets all of her numbers, right? And she comes out. And then I go in, and I get my numbers, and I come out, and they're taking us, like pointing us, you go here in this machine and all this. And so we just start walking around, and she's like, like, what did you get? And I'm like, I don't know. It's on my sheet, right? So anyway, we get in the car, and she's like, let me see your sheet. So I give her my sheet. She mad at me now. She like hitting me, like, I don't mean smacking me, but like kind of hit me in the arm. And she's like, I hate you. What? She's like, it's not fair. You eat chocolate chip cookies every day. And I'm like, so what? Sorry. Like, what do you want from me? And I was a total brat about it. Like, and not intentionally, right? I was just immature and didn't understand, the messages that I was sending her. But the point that I'm trying to make is this, we're all built different, right? I mean, I didn't consider myself in great shape, even though I knew I was fit. You know what I mean? But my sister had such a negative image of herself that she was almost like mad at me. Every time I had a chocolate chip cookie, it's like she was having 2, even though I was having 1 or 12 or 48 of them, right? The point is, it's like, well, you've got something that I can't have. So she was like punishing herself. It was all very, very negative. And I will tell you, friends, that after that moment in time of us joining the club, which lasted, I mean, I don't think she went more than twice. I was the one that went all the time. Go figure. That's probably because there was cute boys there. I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, eventually, as my sister matured, the weight came off. And again, full disclosure, she was so diligent about eating all the right stuff and being, making healthy choices for her body. To this day, my sister is fit like a freaking pencil, to the point where she was 5 months pregnant, and we were in a shopping store, and we ran into an old neighbor of ours, and the neighbor thought I was pregnant. And I'm like, no, I'm just fat. My sister is actually pregnant, but thanks very much. That was lovely. So my point is this: we all come in different packages, right? We have to be so careful not to put a certain image on a pedestal and think that that's what that is. And we also have to be very careful to not live in the past in terms of, as I just said before, I've struggled with this still, I want the old Kelly back. I don't really. I don't. Because if I got the old Kelly back, then I wouldn't be where I am. And yes, it's been a shitstorm, and it's been a struggle, and I could have very, very easily done without it. But I went through it for a reason. I'm going through it for a reason. And if I have been taught nothing else in the last 10 years of my life, I would not wish diagnosed anxiety, panic disorder, and depression on my very worst enemy. I wouldn't. I would not wish that upon my worst enemy, because it is hell. But I am gaining every day. Every day I am improving. Every day I am achieving. Every day I am bettering myself. What's wrong with that? I don't want to live back there. I want to live there. I want to be there in the future. Not behind me. So it doesn't matter what I used to look like or what I used to do or how I used to feel or how I used to party or whatever. What's important is about what I'm doing now. Right? Because what I'm doing now is going to be what paves the way for the future, not what I did back then. So, anywho, yes, it is all thanks to metabolism. It definitely changes and fluctuates. Wait till you hit the change of life, fans. Yeah. And I just said it again. I said fans, not friends. Wait till that happens to you. If it hasn't happened to you yet, wait for that. That's fun in a bottle, let me just tell you. Actually, you know what? I actually had dinner before I came on, Anna, which is really, really weird. Oh, I just cracked my neck. Oh, and I don't normally do that. I don't, what was that? I was going to say something that just totally left me. Do you guys know what I was going to say? No. What's going on? We have kitty cats jumping. So, friends, I don't know what to do about my office situation here. This isn't working for me, which is half the reason why my shoulder is hurting. I need to rejig my desk, and we're working on it, but I don't know. You know what? Thank you, Linda. And you're right. And you know what? It already is brighter. It already is. It's 100% brighter. And you know, I'm so grateful for that. Oh, did it? Sorry. Anna, I don't even know why you want to hang out with me anymore, to be honest. Because I'm just like I'm like an accident waiting to happen. Listen, I'm going to tell you guys this. I've told you guys this before about the lady who used to fly in from New York to give me lessons. And then, you know, so like back in the day, I couldn't even tell you what year that was. My parents paid big money for that lady to come and teach me. And then every week, well, it was once a month. So every time she came and I'd have my lesson, my dad would pick me up and he'd take me to the emergency room because I was hurt. And oddly enough, guess which, it wasn't my right side, it was my left side, my elbow. So if anyone here has ever been a skater before, you'll know what this is. Has anybody ever heard the word or know what an illusion is in terms of I don't want to say a trick, but that's what it is, a trick. Does anybody know what an illusion is? I knew. That's funny. I prefer to lay down in my bed and create videos. Careful who you say that to. So an illusion is a trick that skaters do an awful lot. So basically what you do as a baton twirler is you do the trick that the skaters do. So you are standing up straight, right? Both feet firmly planted on the ground. You take a step with your left foot to the left, right? You turn your body around to face backwards. You put your head to your left toe while your right leg goes up in the air, and then you spin around in a circle. That's what an illusion is, because it actually looks like you kick your leg up before you turn, but you don't. That's really all it is. Now, when I say that's all it is like way high on the scale of hard to do, right? Anyway, so the trick was to throw the baton up, turn around with the illusion and then catch it backhanded, which is, you put your hand like that and you grab it that way, but down in a bend. And I could not, for the life of me, you guys, get my arm to go straight. I kept bending my elbow, so the baton would, I have to throw it really high to be able to get all that in there, right? And it would come and it would bounce off my elbow every time. My elbow was like this big. Anyway, suffice it to say that after 3 visits to the emergency room, or maybe it was 4, my father said, "We're cutting that lady loose. You're not coming back, because clearly you can't do this." That's a ballerina move. Yeah. Do I have a couch potato move for you? Listen, I got all kinds of couch potato moves. I'm like the best couch potato move. Listen, I think. Anybody here ever seen the movie? What's it called? Last Dance? Is it called Last Dance? The one with Julia Stiles in it? Ow. Oh, that hurt. So in that movie, he teaches her how to hip hop dance, right? And there's this scene in that movie where they're sitting in the cafeteria and they're sitting on the chairs, and I can't do it now because, of course, my neck is effed. But, he's teaching her how to, and he's like, and just go with the beat, right? And I'm like, there you go, Bronx. That's your couch potato move. You could just sit there and do that. And it's almost like you're dancing, but it's only this part of your body moving. And you're welcome. I'm kidding, of course. Oh, that's funny. You put your left leg out and your left leg in. That's the hokey pokey. Absolutely. My friends, I pulled the color card. We have brown. Establish boundaries. Establish boundaries. We got that card before. I love it. Boundaries. Oh my gosh. So, what is going on this week? I am going to do something different from the pick-a piles. I hope that you all like it. I'm sure you'll let me know if you don't, or if you do, whatever the case may be. Appreciate all your feedback. You know that. I'm going to skip the top 10 tips this week, if that's okay with you guys. A, because I'm hurting, and B, because I'm going to incorporate it in our chat on Wednesday. And our chat on Wednesday is going to be about acceptance. Accepting yourself, but mostly the need for acceptance, which is something that you all know that I struggle from, right? So the need for acceptance, that's what we're going to talk about on Wednesday, 6 p.m. You guys know the time. I hope that you can all be there to join me. On Friday, thanks Spirit, it's Friday. We will, at 3 p.m. Eastern, we will do our overall collective read for the weekend, what's coming up for the weekend. That's always fun. And then on next Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern time, I will be on Some Psychic Jean's channel. She did a reading on me last year where I had an amazing healing thing happen, or exercise that she did with me, that she said that my guides, wanted her to do with me. And she has we edited that video, to protect, some of my stuff, and that's going to be played on her channel, and I'll be there with her to answer any questions that people may have, and talk about that healing exercise in depth. And then on February the 1st at, I don't know, I think it's 2 p.m. Eastern, I will be on Nancy Jean's Garden, chatting away with Nancy Jean. So I look forward to that. And then on February the 2nd, on our Wednesday night, Achieving Wellness Normal Time, we will start our series with tiny trinkets and tarot and indigo crystals, and myself, of course, where we are going to be talking about mental health matters. That is our series, and the first topic is going to be destigmatizing mental health. And so I hope that everyone can join us. That will happen. That series will take place once a month here on the channel on the first Wednesday of each month. Thank you, Faye. You know what? I will tell you guys this. You know, as much as I'm hurting right now, I appreciate each and every one of you, and it's just as important for me to be here with you guys. For two reasons. One, because, you know, I just feel better when I'm with you. Like I do. And I'm not saying that for bonus points. I just do. I just feel good when I'm here. When we're sharing things, when we're talking, when we're throwing cards, whatever we're doing, I generally feel better. And you all pick me up and lift me up and empower me and make me feel loved. And, you know, I mean, it's wonderful. I love being here. And so, you know, I know that I can come on here and I can say, hey, you know what, I'm not feeling so great. Can we just, you know, sort of chat for a little bit? And you guys are cool with it. And I appreciate that very much. But I wanted to come on tonight, even though I feel like crap, absolutely. But I wanted to come on because I knew that, you know, you guys would take my mind off of it. We would, you know, chit chat back and forth, and, you know, maybe it's not a bad thing that I'm working it out a little bit. So, but I appreciate you saying that, Faye. I know it comes from a good place, and I love you for it. My friend, we have toadstools, growth. Master number 44 there. Let's pull from the Soul's Journey Oracle. Have we done that yet? I pulled a few cards out tonight. I don't normally have the whole desk full on it with all the decks, and I just couldn't do it. I have to be honest. It's just like, I don't care. I'm not pulling them all out. Only because then I have to put them all back again. That was really my... And I'll tell you, I was fine. Cardamancy Mesquite sent me some Reiki earlier on today, and I was feeling pretty good. And it wasn't until I went in the kitchen and made something to eat, and I probably shouldn't have done that. And anyways, what have we got? Look at that, my friends. We've got growth again. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Wow. All right. Let us pull from Kelly's own deck that we made, for those of you that didn't see it when I previewed it a few moments ago. So it's nothing fancy. There's no artwork on it. Well, there is on some cards. I've made little, can you see that? Little point drawings. This is my little deck of cards that I've made, and I'm quite enjoying them so far. Especially because they're nice and tiny. That's why I like them. All right. Wow. So you heard how many times I shuffled that? We got the same Darren card that we got earlier. Release. Letting go, rehabilitating your heart, forgiveness, being open to more joy. Oh, thanks, Linda. So this is, I'm reading from them right now. It's 60 cards in total. There they are, 60 of them. And it's a bunch of words. in many different categories and divisions. If you want, real fast, I'll tell you what they are, because I don't even remember. How bad is that? So let me open this up, my phone. Bear with me here for a moment, and I'll open my phone to my notes. Like, it literally, honestly, you guys, it just came to me. I was like halfway through on Friday. I had about 30 cards done, and even though I felt like crap, I finished another 30 cards. Just like boom. So here's what we have. So the first section is the emotions, which is from the emotional scale. So you'll have one of the 6 main emotions. So like powerful, believe it or not, is one of the main emotions. And then you have all of the other words that go along with that. Yes. A little bit. I can feel that now. A little bit. Thank you, Anna. The second section is healing, right? Or this is what I've titled it anyways. So you've got manifesting. Well, I've called it manifest. And then grounding, center, balance, release, meditate, prayer, institution, intuition, and self-love. All fall into that category of healing. And then on each of those cards is like, prompting words, like I read for release, right? Letting go, rehabilitating your heart, forgiveness, opening to more joy. The third section is relationships. So I have family relationships, community relationships, workplace relationships, love relationships, friends, self-relationship, relationships with the environment, and with spirit. And then the fourth section is interactions. That's what I called it. So we've got communication, socialization, recreation, celebration, transformation, medication, isolation, and transformation. And then you've got the 12 months of the year, the angel numbers, and the chakras. So that, my friends, is that. What do you think? There could be a test, so I hope you all got it. Just kidding. All right, let us pull some more cards from this deck. Let's see what else we can get. When we started today, we got a bunch of them, which was fantastic. So now we've got the month of October. The birthstone for October is Opal, which speaks to peace, hope, and inspiration, which is just lovely. Thank you, Linda. That was the goal, was, because I don't know if you've heard me talking about it, where I've just said, like, I have to shuffle sometimes, like, 4 or 5 decks of cards to be able to get an answer out. And so that's why I wanted to do that. So we've got August just popped out of there, which is Peridot. If I saying that right, I don't know if that I am. It speaks to hope and happiness. So that's, peace, hope, inspiration, and hope and happiness, which of course all speak to, releasing. That is what's going to happen, when you release, when you let go. You have this hope feeling, this feeling of peace in your heart. And there, all the cards just flew across the table, which is lovely. Okay, so we have medication, support, clarity, building a solid foundation, right? So in terms of medication, in my mind, when I wrote that word, I thought literally of, seeking professional help, right? In terms of therapy, a doctor, even like a crisis hotline, for example. So that's where that card came from. Sort of getting aid. It's my birthstone as well. And I'm not a fan of green, but I love that. I love that stone. All right. We have 555, transformation, change coming. Let go of what no longer serves you. So tonight has been all about releasing and then the growth, right? Releasing and the growth that will take place when the releasing is done, which is amazing. All right, my friends, I'm going to pull just a couple more cards, and I'm going to let you get on with your evening. I'll put my heating pad on my shoulder, get some cream put on it. It is a beautiful shade of green. And yes, we're back to release in order to grow. Yeah. We've got December, which is blue topaz. Success, good fortune, and prosperity. Blue topaz is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous stone, by the way. Not that anyone does or does not know that, but it's beautiful. Today, I seen 1111, 111, 222, and 333. I was like, okay. And that's new for me. Normally, y'all know the 111 story, right? I see that all the time, but the 2-2s and 3-3s and the 4-4s. That's new. All right, my friends. Wow, I love this. Observe, don't absorb. Observe, don't absorb. If you are taking on the stress of others, try observing the situation from a distance. This will increase your energy. Right? We had this card earlier tonight, right? Set limits with draining people. We also had, oh gosh, sorry guys. The reaching is the problem. We also had setting your boundaries, right? We also had surrender to complete healing, which spoke to open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. Right? We had, I don't know how many cards about releasing. So that is what tonight's theme is. Release and grow. Release and grow. Release and grow. Oh, I'm sorry, Linda. Yeah, sometimes you just need that. I kind of feel that might be kind of what I do tomorrow. Whoops. After I just dropped all the cards all over the floor, which I cannot grab. Surrender your need to always be right, which is an interesting card. Give others the gift of letting them be right by yielding, not rigid. Be yielding, not rigid. This will help resolve conflicts and improve your relationship. Oh, gosh, how many cards did I drop? Did I get them all? I think I did. No, I didn't. Oh my god, you guys, I dropped so many. Bear with me. Seriously, this only happens when it shouldn't happen. You ever notice that? Oh. Okay. That's how many cards I dropped on the floor. And of course, Quincy's come running because he thinks like, oh, Peter, Mommy's dropped cards. What are you doing? Crazy cat. I think I told you guys that he took off. He had like 4 of my cards in that he chewed of my new deck. So that was awesome. So helpful. What a kitty cat. I don't know. They're probably having a field day because Daddy's upstairs and Mummy's down like in the back here, so they're probably out there. God knows what they've done. Which reminds me that I have to tell Kalmar that this morning I was in the kitchen making myself a cup of tea, and I heard some kind of like it sounded like someone dropped it, like a key or something, right? She said that weird kind of tinny sound. And I thought, what the heck was that? And I knew I was, the only one awake. And I come out to the living room, and there's Quincy chewing on an Allen key. Like those keys that you use to put like the IKEA furniture together. I'm like, first of all, where the hell did you get that? Are you off, Suzanne? I hope that you have a great evening, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. It was nice to see you again. Take care of yourself. Hope to see you soon. Blessings to you. Have a good snooze and sweet dreams. Yeah, right, Faye. I need help. I've fallen and I can't get up. Absolutely. All right. Interesting card. Rose, attract a relationship. Maybe this is speaking to, once you do this releasing and get rid of these toxic people, maybe you're going to attract a positive, relationship, one that actually is beneficial to you, because you've learned, because you've released and you've grown. That would be wonderful, would it not? I do miss Suzanne's saying of stand in your light and let it shine, stand your ground and don't back down. I miss seeing that every night in my chat. I do miss that. All right, let us pull a crystal card. I last a lot longer than I thought I was going to. So thank you, Anna, for that. And thank you, everyone, for sending your love and your support and just hanging out with me. You guys have all helped make me feel a whole lot better. So I really, 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 really appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. We've got beautiful fluorite. Beautiful fluorite. I am smart. I am open to learning something new. I am organized. Interesting. I am organized. When I'm not a mess, I'm organized. Ha ha ha. No, I am. I'm like stupid organized about silly things that nobody cares about. My mother used to be like sleeping with the enemy, organized about her linen cupboard. Like if the towels weren't folded all the same way and in the same direction and they were color coordinated, someone was gonna hear about it. All right, my friends, our last card of the evening from the Soul's Journey Oracle. Only because it's getting tough to shuffle at this point. We've got fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love, which is exactly what all the releasing speaks to, right? That is growth. Releasing those fears, those past hurts, those past traumas, the conflicts, whatever fancy words you want to put on it, right? As we were talking about before, don't live back there. Release, let go, grow from it, right? Learn from the past to push yourself forward. Because we all deserve to be present. We all deserve to be present. All right, with that, my friends, I'm going to let everyone get on with your evening. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for hanging out with me. I love each and every one of you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, thumbs up, bell notifications so you know whenever I upload a new video. I will try to do my pick a piles, my something different, whatever it might turn out to be, and have those up tomorrow. If they're not up in the morning when you normally see them, please just, bear with me because I probably couldn't get it out sooner. And I hope that everyone has a great night's rest. I hope that you all have sweet dreams. And I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday at 6 p.m. when we do Achieving Wellness. So, oh, that's kind. Thank you. I'm glad, Shield Maiden. I'm glad that you joined us, my friend. I'm glad that everyone was here. It was nice to see you, Bronx Sage, and Faye, and Linda, and Anna Banana, and Tiny Trinkets, and Indigo Crystals popping in, and Butterfly Kisses healing, and Suzanne, of course. It was fabulous. Oh, hi, Cardamancy. Bye, Cardamancy. Thank you so much to everyone who popped in. It was very kind of you. And I really look forward to our Sunday nights hanging out together. It's lovely. And you guys do what you always do, and you do it well by cheering me up and lifting my spirits, and I'm very grateful. So thank you so much for joining. Please make sure that give the video a thumbs up, like I just said. Sorry, I'm repeating myself at this point. And we will see you on Wednesday. So until then, blessings. Bye for now, everyone. Take good care.